Back to school, a big focus for us this morning here on BT. Widespread safety concerns prompting the Ford government to unlock about $500 million from their reserve funds for their back to school plan. But with less than 4 weeks to go, is it too late to make any changes?
Effective immediately, I'm directing that boards will be able to invest nearly $500 million in funding to support local priorities with a focus on greater social distancing in class. While many boards are already looking at utilizing out-of-school community spaces, this funding will also support them further to do that if it is required.
Now, some of the funding will go to ventilation upgrades, hiring more teachers, and leasing extra space. The government has come under fire for not following guidelines set by sick kids who recommend smaller class sizes. The education minister still not on board with putting a cap on class sizes, but the premier says his government is listening.
You know, folks, again, flexibility, listening, adaptability. That's how we're going to move forward, and collaboration, cooperation. That's the only way Ontario's been successful compared to our neighbors of the south and the rest of the world, is by working together.
The announcement comes the same day as all 4 education unions put out a release saying the government's plan does not meet health and safety requirements and that they're prepared to take their argument to the Labor Relations Board. Of course, we all remember the rotating walkouts by educators across the province prior to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now will labor unrest, coupled with widespread safety concerns, make for another unsettled school year? We'll ask Education Minister Stephen Lecce when he joins us live at 8 a.m. We'll be putting your questions to him. Now, don't plan on using the DVP, as we just heard from Dave this weekend. It's closed for annual maintenance both Saturday and Sunday. The Parkway will be off limits starting at 11 o'clock tonight. In both directions from the Gardiner to the 401, the shutdown is being done so crews can take advantage of the better weather and the lower than usual traffic volumes. Now, we've seen that lately. Now, it's normally done in the spring or the fall. The roadway will be open by 5 a.m. Monday, just in time for the morning rush, your ride to work. Here's a live look at the DVP. Let's check it out from Queen Street. So what's being done? Here's their laundry list. A few of the tasks: cleaning bridge joints, catch basins, debris removal and sweeping, and of course those pesky potholes. They're going to repair them. Think about using Kingston Road, Victoria Park Avenue, Leslie, Bayview, and Avenue Road as alternatives. And the DVP work is prompting the cancellation of a couple of active TO routes to accommodate diverted drivers. However, Lakeshore Boulevard West from Stadium Road to Windermere will be available for active TO participants. You could bike there this weekend. All 3 weekend active TO routes will return when the DVP reopens, though, for next weekend. And one more reminder for drivers: Toronto is enforcing permit parking on residential streets again as of today. The rule, it returned actually at midnight. It was one of the many parking offenses the city suspended due to COVID. Officials say permit renewals or purchases should have been requested by last Friday. Did you do it? To ensure they arrive before today. If you did not, you could still get around to it. You can contact the parking permit office by phone or email. The office itself, though, is closed to the public. It's becoming an increasingly concerning issue. Politicians being the target of threats, and political leaders are speaking out.
You can protest, you can do cartwheels in front of City Hall or on, Queen's Park or on the Parliament buildings in Ottawa. You cannot cause harm to any elected official.
There's been a number of incidents recently, like a man ranting outside the Ottawa office of Federal Cabinet Minister Catherine McKenna, all caught on video there. Ford's own Cabinet Minister, Lisa MacLeod, she's under police protection after threatening emails and some sort of incident involving her car. And many remember July's security breach on the grounds of Rideau Hall, where a man was caught allegedly with an arsenal of weapons, apparently trying to get to the PM. In U.S. politics, President Donald Trump is suggesting Democratic vice presidential candidate Kamala Harris doesn't qualify to serve as VP, applying the same birther theory he used for years on ex-President Barack Obama. Trump says he has heard reports from lawyers who say she's ineligible to serve as VP based on rules on the U.S. Constitution's citizenship clause. Harris was born in the U.S., though. She is American. She was born to a Jamaican father and an Indian mother, making her eligible to serve office. Critics are decrying the conspiracy theory Trump is referencing as racist. It seems like an unlikely pairing, a Hollywood star interviewing the U.S. top COVID expert, but it all played out on Instagram.
Is that absolutely we should have universal wearing of masks. The difficulty with mandates is that there tends to be a pushback about, do you have to waste time enforcing it, or can you really use the power of persuasion?
All right. Oscar winner Matthew McConaughey chatted with Dr. Anthony Fauci about all things COVID yesterday, trying to debunk myths and give advice to people as they try to avoid the virus. The doctor provided some reason for optimism, saying if the country can come together after World War II and 9/11, it can pull together to beat COVID. But he also warned against reopening too quickly.